is Jesse with Second Death. How are you guys doing today?
No, pretty good.
Pretty good, yeah.
I'm cold.
Welcome to Michigan.
Yeah.
How did you guys come up with your band name?
Actually, Clark kind of came up with the name. You know, you do a lot of different kind of music, and you over time you start developing kind of where you want to go as a musician. And I think this was kind of like our rebirth into being the band that we actually want to be.
So with that being said, how has your music changed since you first started performing?
You know, all of us have done far more complicated music in the past. And we just kind of wanted to do music that, I guess, appealed to us as listeners. We decided to go more heavy, I guess, or more aggressive, I guess I think would be my preferred word. To be more aggressive and...
It's easier, but still, it's just like it appeals more. Yeah.
We want to be the musical equivalent of a baseball bat.
Yeah, there you go.
Good? Yeah, I think that's
Trying to
good.
bash people over the head with music.
Pretty much.
I feel like there's more attitude, you know what I mean? So,
Attitude.
yeah, in the music itself.
So how did you guys meet, and how long have you known each other?
Man.
Wow.
That's
This
a good
is,
question.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a complicated
I met
story.
Randy yesterday.
Yeah. I don't know any of these people.
I'm not associated with this.
I met Clark
2007.
2007.
No, 2006, technically.
How old are you guys?
Yeah, old. Because my band was playing at a venue in the middle of nowhere in Valdosta, Georgia.
Yeah. I got asked to help run a show at this like community college. Nobody there was like used to like actually running a show. Like they were just like, oh, we're gonna throw a show and there's be a bunch of bands, and I'm like, what's their set times? Like,
It never works that way.
And so I started running it, and I met his old band, and I was like, wow, there's like a metal band down here. Like, and I lived in like, is this like PG?
It's whatever you want to.
Okay, I lived like in bumfuck nowhere, like Georgia. And what? I had to like,
It's true.
I was being,
the
I was
description
being
That's
is
pretty
good.
much where I live right now, in the middle of nowhere.
yeah. Ever since then, me and him have been in bands for about 10 years now together. And
I mean, his tryout was terrible, but he had really long hair and he windmilled.
Yeah,
And I was like,
that was
you know
about
what?
it.
That works.
That's me or him?
me, you were a lot more
And then
polished
at
than I
that
was.
point, me and Clark have been playing. We've been playing together for like a really long time, and then randomly, we went to Jacksonville, Florida, because my old band had released a record,
Is this the
and
story of
we
me?
were and we
I was working at Guitar Center.
and we went in to buy a cymbal for a fill-in, and he was the drum guy at Guitar Center, and I gave him an album for
So I was
helping us
interested
out.
what they sounded like. They were like, heavy. You sound like A Plea for Purging, and that was like my favorite band. So when they told me that, I was like, I need proof. I
Proof
know
or it
what you
didn't
guys sound
happen
like
at
right
all.
now. So he like showed me, and I immediately was like, yo, they're not lying. It pretty much just took off from there, and I harassed him. I fucked up because I gave him my number, and I was like, yo, call me. Like, I will be willing to do drums.
Yeah, see, we didn't think
Call
your
me.
name was real. We didn't think, because we thought you were giving us like your MySpace name.
No. So, like, they never called me, and then I got a hold of a friend named Jeff Litzy in Jacksonville. And he came in the one day while I was working. And he was like, yo, how's it going? And I was really bummed out because they have never called me back. And I was like, yo, there's this tight-ass band that came in here. They're, like, called Beware the Never Ending. And I want to join their band. He's like, oh, I've already been on tour with those dudes. They're, like, my friends. And I was like, give me their numbers right now. So, like, he gave me...
It's because Bobby had your number,
Yeah.
that's why.
he gave me Bobby's number, our old vocalist, and I just harassed Bobby until I got the position. I was like, yo, try me out, please, I want this, I need it. And they actually, Josh came over, drove 2 hours in a van, some equipment, and I had a friend lend me a storage unit, and then we practiced in there, and then it was at love at first sight.
I guess my deal is like I've been in the band about a year now, a little over a year.
A
little over a year, yeah.
Jesus.
But it's funny because our other guitar player, Christian, me and him have been friends for a very long time, and we'd always like played around, like played together. You know what I mean? Just not in the same bands ever. And I kept in contact with him over time, just kind of like here and there, you know. And then I heard that they were having some lineup changes or whatever, and he was the only guitar player at the time. And one of my friends, because we knew Beware the Never Ending, we knew Second Death, that kind of stuff. So it's like, they were like, hey man, how funny would it be if, they called you and asked you to play guitar? I was like, I could probably do it, And then 2 days after that, like, Christian calls me and he's like, hey man, we want to try you out on this tour coming up in February, blah, blah, blah. I was like, cool, yeah, let's do it. So,
What has your biggest challenge been as a band so far?
The biggest challenge for any band, ours as well, is just, building a team, building something behind, because a band themselves cannot do everything.
What has your favorite memory been with this band so far?
Oh.
It's a good one.
Josh is going to be really pissed with mine, but like,
Okay, go ahead.
I have the funniest moment, probably one of the funniest moments of my life. So Josh has an issue. He has to go to the bathroom a lot sometimes.
I do.
Quite, and when he has to go, we go.
Yeah.
Like,
The time is now.
I feel you on that number, yeah.
So the last show of the last tour we did in October with Kyonashi, it was really late. There was a lot of stuff closed, and we left. And he was driving. He was in the front seat, and he was in the row right behind the front seats, and I'm behind that, just watching all this happen. So I hear Josh, and we left already. We're in the middle of nowhere. We're in Florida. It's really dark, really late. And we're going, and
I totally didn't remember until now.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
and we're driving, and Josh is just like not saying anything. They're up there just chilling. He's sitting there, and he's just like rolling around, just kind of rustling around. And I'm like, this is going to be awesome. So I sit up because I know something's going to happen because we're nowhere, right? And so Josh is Clark has his phone plugged into the cord or whatever. We're listening to music or whatever, and Josh is like, I got to go to the bathroom. So Gio was like, all right, man, I'll stop. At the next store. Josh is like, hurry up, get there now.
Get there now.
So, without missing a single second, Clark pulls up this just diarrhea audio of just the most explosive diarrhea. And Josh is like crumbling, like he's dying, and we're all just laughing so hard because it just Clark said nothing this whole time.
Clark's just planning.
Clark did not interact with Josh one bit, and he ruined his life immediately like that. I fucking died. It was so funny.
It was like a solid, it was like 5 minutes of diarrhea ASMR. It was.
God.
It was the best moment ever, right there.
Yeah.
So that was all the questions we have. Please go check out Second Death in the links down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to their channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. As always, stay amazing, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.